Kabanata 21, Hurt. It was a big decision for me. Iyon lang ang namana niya sa akin, and now he wants to get rid of it to look more like his father. Siguro nga ganoon. He's almost 5 and he can now decide on his own. I should let him be. Mabilis ang retention niya sa lahat ng sinabi ko kaya hindi ko na rin siya pwede pang paasahin ng matagal. He completely understood that he lost a twin. He's sad about it. He understands that his Lola doesn't want to go back to the Philippines. He also understands that at some weekends, I still work for photo shoots. He understands that I am working so I can afford his school, our food, and many more. Bukod sa lahat ng iyon, naiintindihan niya rin kung bakit wala rito ang papa niya. Madalas kong inuulit iyon kahit na alam kong alam niya na. He doesn't mind me telling him about it over and over again. I wonder if that's because it comforts him. Okay, can I first take many pictures of you with your long hair? I'm gonna miss your man buns and ponytails, Jack. Tumango siya at tumayo na. Kahit pa pagod ako sa katatrabaho ng nagdaang weekend, tiniis ko iyon para lang makasama na muna ang anak. On that Monday afternoon, we went to the park, to the local ice cream store, ate pizza, and took a lot of pictures. Your papa is still busy working. I have to check his schedule and see if we can take a bit of his time to talk about you. Lay kong paliwanag sa kanya. Seryosong tumango si Jack. I was always careful not to give him negative thoughts about his father. Alam ko nasasaktan na siya dahil wala ito sa tabi niya. Kung dadagdagan ko pa iyon, hindi ko na yata kakayanin pa. We don't agree on a bit of things. That's why he chose to stay in the Philippines and not be with me. Tumango ulit siya. But does Papa love Mama? Napatikhim ako roon. Hindi agad ako nakasagot. He will surely love you though, sabi ko. Nag-iwas siya ng tingin. May malalim na iniisip. Kinakabahan ako. Hindi pa rin talaga ako sanay sa mga tanong niya hanggang ngayon. Bakit pa kasi ito ang lesson nila? Just a month, Amber. It will then change and soon we'll talk about fruits and vegetables, math, sciences, and whatever. His name is Jack too, right? Jax. I'll write his full name down when we get back so you know how it's spelled, okay? He smiled and nodded. Pakiramdam ko, isang malaking pagsubok sa akin itong pagpapagupit niya. Hindi ko kaya, ayaw ko. Wala nga lang akong magagawa dahil iyon ang gusto niya. Ayokong pangunahan siya sa kahit ganito kasimpleng bagay. I know how it feels like to have no voice as a child because your parent decides for you. Ganun pa man, I was still grateful for Mommy and how she raised me. Maybe it was the proper way to raise a daughter like me, while I think this is the proper way to raise a boy like Jack. Pumunta kami sa isang barbershop para akong baliw roon habang ginugupitan siya sa gusto niyang gupit. Umiiyak ako sa gilid habang umingiti para mawala ang sama ng loob. I even kept his long wavy hair with me. It means so much to me. Bukod kasi sa marunong na nga siyang magdesisyon, it was like a symbol of his childhood slowly changing and slipping away. Nag-dinner muna kami bago umuwi. Akala ko mapapagod siya ng husto pero hindi naman. Nakatulog lang siya sa biyahe pero gising na ulit siya pagkarating sa kondo. Pumasok na kami at si Mami agad ang nakita ko, umiinom ng wine, on her black silky robe, staring at the New York City lights. The yellow lighting of the cove illuminated the landing. Nilingon niya kami. Dumiretso si Jack sa kanya para humalik. Good evening. Nikolai was on the kitchen preparing their usual wine and cheese night. Lumapit si Nikolai sa akin. Nagbeso kaming dalawa. 3 araw kasi akong wala dahil sa trabaho. Good evening. I smiled at Nikolai. I heard a long moan like that of a hurt animal from Mommy. Sabay naming nilingon ni Nikolai si Mommy at nakita ko ang madrama niyang pagdaramdam habang tinitignan ang anak ko. Jack wanted to go to our room but Mommy put him back in place, in front of her. Amber, what did you do? She was shaking a bit while holding Jack's shoulders. Para siyang napapasok kahawak sa balikat ng anak ko. Kunot na ako siyang nilapitan. Nikolai is stating the obvious behind me. Oh, haircut. Good evening, Dada Nikolai. Si Jack at nilapitan ito para humalik. Nanatili ang mga mata ko kay Mami. She looked so offended and shocked. Halos siya matunaw sa sofa dahil sa madramang panghihina. Hinawakan ang dibdib na para bang dinaramdam ang sakit doon. And she looked at me with wide, offended eyes. What did you do to my grandson's hair, Amber? Nanliit ang mga mata ko ng ilang sandali. Sumasagi sa isipan ang mga hula kung ano ang nasa isip niya na dinadamdam niya ng ganito kalala. Why? He looks more handsome this way, Marem, si Nikolai. I like it this way, Lola, Jack said. Jack, you should go to your room and take your night bath now. Utos ko sa bata dahil baka may masabi na naman si Mami na hindi maganda. As much as possible, I don't want Jack to hear Mommy's weird comments about everything. Sinunod naman ni Jack ang sinabi ko. Humalukip-kip ako at matamang tiningnan si Mami. Nagmukha siyang riyego! Himutok ni Mami pagkapasok agad ni Jack sa pintuan ng kwarto. Tumawa si Nikolai. No wonder he looks familiar with his hair clean cut. Throwback ba, Marem? Umiling ulit ako sa disappointment. Sinimangutan ni Mami si Nikolai. Pagkatapos ay tumayo at mabilis na naglakad-lakad sa sala habang madramang hindi makahinga at sumasakit ang ulo. Kawawa naman ang apo ko, patuloy niya. Ang gwapo-gwapo niyang mahaba ang buhok. Ngayon, gwapo pa rin Maria Emilia. Mas gumapo nga. Siya ba ang pumili, Amber? Oo, gusto niya raw magpagupit. Ayaw ko rin sana pero wala akong magawa. You know him. Nagkibit ng balikat si Nikolai at sabay kaming bumuntong hininga habang tinitignan si Mami. One thing hasn't changed over the years, Mom's dislike over the riegos, although she's toned it down a bit by not talking about them. Ganito naman siya kapag napag-uusapan lalo na pagdating kay Jack. I know that she's just protective. Marami siyang sinasabing hindi pa naman kumpirmado gaya ngayon. Hindi siya tatanggapin ng pamilyang iyon. Sinasabi ko sa iyo, Amber. Hindi pa natin alam, Mami. Hindi pa natin nasusubukan. Tumawa si Mami. You think this will all continue to be okay? To reconcile with Jackson? Heto na naman tayo. Alam ko namang kung ano-ano na lang minsan ang sinasabi ni Mami kapag nagpapanik siya. Paulit-ulit ko rin pinapaintindi sa kanya ang lahat. I am not up to reconciling with Jackson, Mami. Wala akong planong mag-asawa. I've been there, Amber. And with your son now, I don't think that's an option. You will soon realize how much you want a man beside you. Si Mami. Umikot muli ang mga mata ko. Huwag na huwag ka magsasalita ng tapos dahil alam ko. She pointed on her chest. Fine. If one day I will ever want a man beside me, then all right. I will be open to it in the future. Pero Mami, make no mistake, I am not hoping that Jackson will be available or will even want to be with me again. I don't mind kung may pamilya o asawa na siya, o kung ayaw niya sa amin. I don't mind, Mami. I am just saying that I am not going to lie to my son and tell him that his papa is dead or gone or whatever just because I don't want him involved anymore. Dira-diretso kong sinabi. That man only fooled you, Amber. That was her forever argument. Isang bagay na mabilis na ring umukit sa aking isipan simula pa noon. Inuulit-ulit kaya mas lalong nagmarka hanggang sa hindi na makalimutan. Hanggang sa unti-unti ko nang naintindihan at natanggap. Hanggang sa unti-unti na ring naglaho ang natitirang pagmamahal at napalitan ng pagkamuhi. At hanggang sa unti-unti na ring nawalan na ng pagkamuhi, wala nang maramdaman, namanhid na sa dami ng pagsubok ng buhay. I have forgiven myself for being young and difficult, as I have forgiven him and all of his mistake, whatever it is. I know, alright, kung mag-aasawa man ako in the future, that would be a new man in my life, someone who will accept us. Hindi si Jackson, Mami, kaya huwag ka mag-alala. I sharply remember how everything was during our dark days. Alam kong tama siya sa hula niyang maaring hindi tanggapin si Jack ng mga Riego. That was her fault. She made everyone believe that I married Nikolai, complete with props. Nagsisi siya pero patuloy niya pa rin dinedepensahan ang dahilan. Everyone will believe that it's a complete happy family you got, Amber, and with a rich and honorable man. That was her line always. Kaya imbis na sumbatan siya sa parting iyon, pinigilan ko na ang sarili ko. I have forgiven her. I should forget. I have accepted everything else in my life and dwelling on it won't push me forward. Kinuha ko na lang sa bag ni Jack ang artwork niya. Ipinakita ko iyon kay Mami. Kinuha ni Nikolai sa aking kamay at tiningnan iyon. Nice drawing. Galing ng batang to, si Nikolai. Ilang beses na niyang na-drawing ito at kanina napag-usapan ulit namin. I told you, Amber, dapat kasi sinabi mo na lang na si Nikolai ang papa niya para matigil na siya sa katatanong. Nikolai is a good man. I am very much willing to be Jack's father, Marem, pero may point naman si Amber. Ang pangit ng nasisinungaling sa bata. That's for his own good. Kita mo ngayon, naghahanap na. I don't want him to live a lie, Mommy. I want my son to know everything. And then what? He'll ask you to go to the Philippines? Mami, kailangan naman din talaga kasi nating bumisita. You have to see Dad's remaining properties. His relatives, plus we'll visit Lolo. He's already very old that he can't visit here anymore. Hindi mo ba gustong gawin iyon? Natahimik si Mami. I can visit. You can remain here with Jack. Uuwi rin ako para makita si Lolo. I'm doing my best to transfer to another agency now. Ano? May iba na naman siyang hindi nagustuhan sa sinabi ko. Mas malaking agency at may staff sila na Pilipino. We met on the Burberry fashion show and she offered me a big stint in the Philippines. How about your contract? Big stints in the Philippines are tiny stints here, Amber. Dito ka na lang. I glared at Mommy. Napapagod na akong mag-explain sa kanya. Kapag ganito ang pinag-uusapan, laging ang ending ay tumigil na lang daw ako sa pagtatrabaho at kaya naman namin. Ang hindi niya alam, para hindi niya magalaw ang pera ni Daddy, nagpapasok ako ng pera sa account para pang shopping niya. Wala pa rin siyang kupas. With Nikolai on her side, she's gracing the social halls here in the city. Nalilibang siya roon kaya hinahayaan ko na kahit na sobrang mahal na bisyo iyon. She's friends with top designers, kaya rin mabilis akong makuha sa kahit anong brand. Wala akong problema sa trabaho. My only social media account is monetized para magkapera ako. Nikolai told me to register on YouTube to make more money. Ayaw ko naman. I like to promote products through shoots and catwalk only. Pakiramdam ko, masyadong personal ang video para gawin ko. Huwag ka nang umuwi sa Pilipinas. Wala kang makuha roon. Just scrap. You should stay here with Jack. Stop thinking about the Philippines. Why, Lola? Namilog ang mga mata ko. I saw Jack on the doorway with neat damp hair and in his pajamas. Nilingon ko si Mami nang may tingin pagbabanta. Mami smiled fakely. Naglakad si Jack patungo kay Mami at kitang-kita ko ang takot ni Mami para sa apo. I want to go to the Philippines and visit Papa. Why should Mami stop thinking about it? Si Jack. Well, iho. Tumawa si Mami at sumulyap sa amin ni Nikolai. Ayan, go! Explain, Marem. Humalakhak si Nikolai pagkatapos nagbigay na ng wine sa akin. Tamang kailangan ko nga yata nito habang pinagmamasdan si Mami na hirap para sa kanyang apo. You're not very good in speaking Filipino. You won't understand your papa. Muntik ko nang naibuga ang iniinom na wine sa argument ni Mami. I know how to speak, Lola. I can learn more. Jack insisted. I'll go to Tito Claudio. I understand what he says all the time. Marunong ako. Napainom ng wine si Mami. Peking ngiti ulit para kay Jack bago ito tumango. Your mama will have to do many things. Earn so much money para makauwi tayo. Parang kinukurot ang puso ko habang tinitingnan si Jack na sobrang attentive. Tumatango at hopeful sa mga sinasabi ni Mami. Nilapitan ko si Jack. I squatted and hugged him from the back. Hindi siya gumalaw at nanatiling nakatitig kay Mami. It's very expensive. We can't afford, so it will take time. Nilingon ako ni Jack. Mas lalo akong nasaktan sa mga mata niyang namumungay habang tinitingnan ako. Is that why you are working so much, Mama? Yeah, nanginig ang boses ko. Maybe I can help too. Can I work too? I glared at Mami. Malungkot na tumingin si Mami sa amin. Nikolai sighed. Sasabihin ko na talaga, Marem, na ako na ang gagastos sa inyo. Makauwi lang kayo. Kawawa ang bata, oh. Jack looked at Nikolai. Kinabahan ako roon. Binalik niya sa akin ang tingin at malalim na bumuntong hininga. If it's really that hard, I don't want Mama to be tired. Huwag na lang po tayo pumunta. Parang hinihiwa ang puso ko. Kanina ko pa pinipigilan ng luha ko pero ngayon hindi ko na yata kaya. Tuloy-tuloy na bumagsak ang luha ko. Our situation may not be perfect, but I am very much in love with his life because of my son. Humihikbi na ako sa harap ng anak ko. Niyakap ko siya ng sobrang higpit. Pinapangako kung may manakit sa kanya, kahit na sino, lalaban ako para sa kanya. If the Riegos won't acknowledge him, I would understand because I know what happened in the past. I know my mistakes and my mom's mistake. Hinding-hindi ko siya ipipilit doon. Sasabihin ko lang at ipapakita sa kanya ang tunay niyang ama. Pagkatapos, uuwi rin kami rito para magpatuloy sa buhay na naiwan. This is no longer about Jackson or the Riegos acknowledgement. This is only for Jack. For him to know who his real father is. And that's the end of it. Hinawakan ni Jack ang pisngi ko, ang luha ko. Kinuha ko ang kamay niya at hinalikan iyon. No, we will go, Jack. Just give me time, okay? We will. I promise you. We will. Okay? It's okay, he said seriously. Niyakap din kami ni Mami ng sobrang higpit. She kissed Jack's forehead and whispered, We will go, Jack. Just give us time, okay? I promise, sabi ni Mami. Hindi na ulit kami nagtalo ni Mami tungkol doon. She doesn't comment anymore about it. Alam ko lang na bumigay na siya. Hindi na kami pinagbabawalan. That year, I worked harder for the end of my contract in that agency. Mahirap magbago ng agency lalo na't medyo napamahal na ako sa dati. It's a new environment so it will take a while for me to adjust. Lalo na dahil mas maraming bigatin sa bagong agency na iyon. I have no plans to stay in the Philippines for a long time. Paliwanag ko sa isang staff na siyang nag-offer sa akin. That's okay. Hahanapan kita ng malaking offer. I actually have the biggest offer just yet soon. It's under uni. Tumango ako. Medyo naging interesado dahil isang malaking consumer goods company iyon na meron sa halos lahat ng bansa. Whole Asia gagamitin ng ads. Sa Philippines lang isushoot since the president of Southeast Asia and Australasia will be there. Kaya lang, the premium models in the Philippines are trying it out too. I wonder if the company will prefer someone from there. Kunot noon niyang inisip iyon. But I can recommend you. Tumango ako. Sige, titingnan ko lang. Iniisip ko kasi, if we live there for 6 months or a year, I need to have a job or something. But if it's really that hard to get in, I'll just see if I can compromise for any related work. Gusto mo bang mag-showbiz? Agaran akong umiling. No. Sayang, medyo matunog na sana ang pangalan mo. You're a Sevilla. And the stats of your SOCMED, half of it are Filipino teens. Marami nang nakakakilala sa'yo. Ngumiti ako. Ayokong pumasok sa showbiz. Just modeling. Sayang no, nabuntis ka? No offense ha. Gumanda ka lalo ngayon at na-maintain mo ang katawan mo. Pero that really turned your life, right? Ikaw pa naman sana yung pambato namin noon sa pageant. You have a potential. You can be big. Sanay na akong makarinig ng ganyan sa mga tao sa paligid. Noong una, na-offend pa ako. Kalaunan, binabaliwala ko na lang. That's okay. I don't think hilig ko ang pageants. It's just my mom. She wants it. Ako, I'm fine with modeling. Sabi ko. So for me, nothing was lost at all. Tumawa siya. Sige, I'll inform you if there's a development. Pati na rin ang ibang pwede kong i-offer ha. Hindi ka pwedeng bigyan ng maliit na gig eh. You're big here in New York under many large brands. Medyo huminahon naman ang pag-uusap namin ni Jack tungkol sa pag-uwi. Minsan naiisip ko, nakalimutan niya ba o dinibdib niya na huwag na lang kaming pumunta ng Pilipinas kung mapapagod ako sa trabaho. The latter hurt me. Kaya naman sa sumunod na taon, ang naging priority ko ay ang pag-uwi na. Wala rin namang tao sa kondo ko, Amber. It was given to me for a favor and that's all. Kahit si Klaus, wala ngang alam na meron ako noon. Si Nikolai. Pwede na sanang pang-escapade nyo ng boyfriend mo, sabi ko. Hindi no, sa Germany lang kami magkikita. Hindi ko yon dadalhin sa Pilipinas, he said. Bibili ako ng kondo, pilit ko. At ano, teenager na si Jack bago kayo pumunta? Come on, be practical. Si Nikolai. Natulala ako. Meron pa naman akong pera pero ito kasing si Mami, hindi papayag kung hindi malaki at maganda ang kondo. I will not live in a 2-bedroom bloody condo unit, Amber. Saan matutulog ang cook? Tapos ang kasambahay for Jack. She lamented. I can shell out millions if you want, but it's not practical when Nikolai has a nice condo. Here we go again. Pwede ako roon ng ilang months pero bibili ako ng 2-bedroom kapag nakahanap ako ng magandang deal. Darling, no! Oh, I live in your daddy's mansion. Never mind. Iritadong sinabi ni Mami. Kung gusto mo, Mami, ikaw na lang sa kondo ni Nikolai. Huwag ka nang sumama sa amin ni Jack. Medyo iritado ko ring sinabi. No, I will be with my grandson, she said. Amber, hindi ka naman magtatagal doon, di ba? Come on, take it, si Nikolai. But I stand by my decision. Pwede akong tumira kay Nikolai ng ilang linggo o buwan bago ako kukuha ng kondo na malilipat, pwedeng rent or what. I just don't want to rely on Nikolai too much. Alam kong gustuhin man ni Mami na sumama, hindi niya kayang gawin iyon. She'd probably stay on Nikolai's condo unit or go to the province sa mga mansyon ni Daddy. She's obsessed with luxury living. She's disgusted with anything that's below it. For a while, okay? Pero talagang maghahanap ako ng rent, Nikolai. Si Mami na lang sa kondo mo. Umirap si Mami at uminom na lang ng wine. Binaba ito pagkatapos nagsalita. Fine, araw-araw na lang kitang bibisitahin sa lunggang gusto mo. I glared at her again. Ang sakit sa ulo. She glared back at me. I raised you to be high class. Why do you choose to live like a rat? Okay, I know that my mom is really mean for some reason. I love her though, and all her words like this offends me before. Pero ngayon, natatawanan ko na lang. Mommy, middle class. And if I work, Nikolai's condo is a bit far. Maghahanap ako ng malapit. Traffic na roon. Hindi ka makaka-relate kasi hindi ka naman yata lalabas ng kondo para magtrabaho. Umirap lang siya, nagpatuloy sa pag-inom ng kanyang wine. May pahabol pa. Buy a Benz, she said. I wanna faint now. Wala na bang katapusan itong pag-aaway namin? Kahit sa maliit na bagay. I have a... Hindi ko na pinatapos si Nikolai. I'm gonna buy a Honda. Huwag na kayong maarte, pwede? Suminghap si Mami. Tumawa naman si Nikolai. Sige, meron ako. Ipagbibili ko na. Oo na. Inunahan na ako ni Nikolai. Second hand, hindi masyadong gamit. Mura lang, ano. Okay na, Amber? Umisi ako pagkatapos nilapitan ang dismayadong si Mami. I hugged her tight. Ma'am, uwi ka na lang ng Costa Leona para buhay reyna ka o sa probinsya ni Dad. Ubos lahat ng luxury car namin noon. Wala yatang natira kahit isa kaya wala talaga kaming magagamit. I don't want people to see you this way, she said silently. I know what she meant by that. It's a cruel thought but I am used to her. Ayaw niyang ipakitang naghihirap nga kami kumpara sa dati. If ever, it's her pleasure to show off and let everyone see that we improved in the past years. I want them to see that you've been successful, despite everything. Ngumiti ako. I think I'm successful, Mommy, regardless of the brands of my properties. Hinalikan ko si Mommy. Hinawakan niya ang kamay ko at bumuntong hininga na lang. Buo na ang loob ko sa pagbabalik sa Pilipinas. Natanggap na rin ni Mommy. I just don't know when to do it. The push that finally made me do it was that particular time. Isang tawag ang natanggap ko galing sa school ni Jack. Nasa kalagitnaan ako ng isang photoshoot para sa isang perfume collection. Mabuti na lang at patapos na iyon. Kaya hindi na ako nag-abala pang mag-ayos ng mukha. I just put on clean clothes and ran to his school to see him. Dumiretso ako sa prefect sa teacher. Kinausap nila ako sa nangyari at humingi na rin ng tawad. Ganoon din ako. They wanted us to be counseled o kahit si Jack lang. Sinabi kong pag-iisipan ko muna at kakausapin ko muna ang anak. Lumabas ako ng opisina at tiningnan siyang nakahilig sa dingding. He's looking at his shoes, kicking a bit, while both his hands are on his pocket. I sighed and went to him. Nagangat siya ng tingin. Kapag seryoso siya o galit, mas lalo niyang naging kamukha si Jax. Lalo pa kapag may gusto siyang ipaglaban na kahit ano. His passion reminds me of his father's passion. I squatted again so our eyes would level. I smiled to him. I already know what happened. Your teacher told me, but I want to hear it from you too. What happened? I made you worry. I'm sorry, he said. I swallowed hard. An image of someone flashed on his face for a while. Kinailangan ko pang kumurap bago bumalik sa nangyayari. Jack, I hugged him tight for a while. Nanatili ang malulungkot niyang mga mata sa sahig. Nagangat lang siya sa akin nang nagsalita. Sinabi niya sa akin, I have no papa. I told him I have, that he's in the Philippines. He wouldn't believe me. He said Papa doesn't want us, that's why we never saw each other. He said Papa doesn't love me. Kinagat ko ang labi ko. That's not true. He's just busy, I know. Hindi ako makapagsalita. Parang may nagbabara sa lalamunan ko habang tinitingnan siyang ganito. Napaaway siya dahil doon. Nalaman kong sinuntok niya ang kaklase niya dahil doon. He was brought to the prefect. Jack was never the violent type, but I never thought that this topic would push him that mad. To teach him, I have to be strong myself. Kahit gaano nakasakit ang nararamdaman ko, kailangan kong umayos para sa kanya. Hurting people is not good. There is no acceptable reason for it. Though I understand that controlling your emotions is hard. I can't even control mine at times, Jack. So we'll just work hard to do that every day, okay? I'll tell you whatever is bugging me. You'll tell me what's bugging you too. That way, you can express your feelings better without hurting anyone. He nodded sadly. And you're right. Your papa is busy in the Philippines. He is working, you know that. Nang inangat niya sa akin ang tingin niya, nakita ko ang namumuong luha roon. Para akong pinapatay habang tinitignan niya ng ganoon. Nauna pang tumulo ang luha ko sa kanya. Bakit hindi siya pumunta rito? Is it so far? Is it so expensive? He's been working so much already. Is it still not enough? Nabasag ang boses niya. Niyakap ko siya ng sobrang higpit. Nanginginig ako sa sobrang pag-iyak. I only did that because I think what he said was true. Maybe Papa doesn't really want us, and I don't like it, Mama. He cried on my shoulder. Panay ang hikbi ko. Pilit kong inaayos ang sarili ko at hinarap siya. No, Jack. That's not true, okay? Pilit ko. Uuwi tayo ng Pilipinas. I promise you. I'll get our tickets today. He nodded. But we have to wait, okay? I still have to find him. I still need to talk to him, okay? If we go to the Philippines, can you wait a bit till you meet him? Of course I can. I've waited for too long. A bit is nothing. Nangiti ako sa sinabi ng anak. Niyakap ko ulit siya ng mahigpit. Now, if I get back to that country and see Jackson, I'll make sure we'll be okay. I can even offer him friendship basta lang umayos kaming dalawa at maipakita kay Jack na ayos ang lahat. Hindi ako magpapadalos-dalos. Unti-unti ko nga ayusin ang kahit ano para sa huli, matatanggap nila si Jack at sasaya ang anak ko.